4am Finance coming to you from Thousand Oaks, California, where we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, gold, traditional markets, and Forex. And the first thing I want to do here is jump in. Hey, look, we all get into Bitcoin for one reason or another, right? But I just saw an article this morning. I'm going to put a link in the description below. I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but the emerging evidence of hyperinflation. One of the reasons I got into Bitcoin and gold is the preservation of wealth. And I'm just going to start off by reading this here. Since Lehman crisis in August 2008, the pace of monetary inflation has accelerated above its long-term average, and the effect is just illustrated below. So what they're talking about is fiat money quantity. And that includes the latest calculation of fiat money quantity, August 1st, 2020. So FMQ is the sum of Austrian money supply and bank reserves held at the Fed. In other words, fiat dollars both in circulation and not in public circulation, because commercial banks are free to deploy their reserves within regulatory framework, either as a basis for expanding bank credit or to be withdrawn from the Fed and put into direct circulation. Whether in circulation or not, bank reserves at the Fed should be regarded as part of the fiat money total. So it can be seen that the FMQ's growth was fairly constant over a long period of time, 5.86% annualized, about 6%, compounded monthly to be exact, until the Lehman crisis, when the rate of growth then took off. Since Lehman failed in the 2008, FMQ's total has grown nearly 300% since last March. Growth in the FMQ has been unprecedented, becoming almost vertical. Look at this. So here is before the Lehman crash, FMQ was expanding, money supply expanding here at about 6% a year. Here would be the growth. Lehman hits, they do QE 1, 2, and 3. 2008, 2009, 10. And here we're going, we're plateauing a little bit. Boom, coronavirus right here. Actually, I would say this was when banks, the repo rate, skyrocketed, and it was October, October 2019. We started an increase, and then coronavirus hit March, and now FMQ is going parabolic, straight up. So FMQ exceeds GDP. If we take the last time, look, I'm not going to read the whole article here, but you can see we're going up in the trillions of dollars here in a very rapid pace. And that's kind of, just one of the reasons there. Let's jump into the price action here. And first off, Bitcoin dominance here. We're still hovering here at about, let's take a look at a weekly, let's take a look at a monthly. We're hovering at 59 right here. And that's, again, I'm looking at this right here as a low, a macro low. And probably Bitcoin dominance over the next little while here, taking up a break over 60. I can see us going up here. So Satoshis, alt's getting crushed versus Satoshis. But what else is going on in the marketplace here? We got that CFTC, taking down BitMexico. Arthur Hayes in custody. What does that mean? Again, I think it's a good thing. It's going to be more regulation for the industry, like the CMEs here. Bitcoin is traded on the futures commodity exchange, and we can take a look at some of that price action, how it closed on Friday. Just pulling it up here. There we go. And what do we do? Weekly close, kind of anemic close here, just sideways. We're rejecting here. Stokes are down. We're getting, out of the bullish control zone. That is not looking pretty there. But let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin on the daily. We're going to jump in here again sideways. Looks like maybe a beginning of an ascending triangle. I'd be using the 12-hour more to judge this one. And if we do get a closure, 12-hour below the 200, the purple 200, we're probably looking at some downside, or even a tick below yesterday's low at like 10,375. I would say we get a quick move down here to about 10.1, and then that breaks, probably heading down to about 9,900. Yeah, you take a look at the Stokes on daily Stokes. We just got a cross down again. Stokes momentum getting down. When you snake around like this and it starts going down, not looking pretty there. But I don't expect a big move again over the weekend. Typically just ranging, and don't expect a big move until Monday or Sunday when CMEs open at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, I think that's 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to get back to you. But let's jump in there and take a look at our 4-hour chart here. And again, I don't want to give away too much here, but 4-hour looking awfully droopy, kind of rejecting this 10. If we get a closure below this 10,450, yeah, I think we'll see some continuation down to this 10.1 level here. Again, the big range to be watching, 11.1 to the upside, 10.1 to the downside. If we get a daily or a 12-hour closing outside of that range, that's probably going to catch most of the move. Let's take a look at our secondary. Let's even take a look at the 2-hour here. If you're looking at the short time frames, looking at if you get a closure, above 10,559, probably short move, up 10.6. If we can start closing them back above 10.6, I'd be looking for a short move, probably stab up here, and then most likely if we get another rejection up there, another lower high, I'd say we're probably coming back down. Let's take a look at these Bollinger Bands on the daily. We're going to take our other moving averages off and jump up here. We're going to take a look at this on a daily, and we're going to take these off too. I'm going to look at a daily. I've just got a couple of alerts here. It's something that I'm watching. But daily, again, looking droopy. Again, sideways. Maybe we take a look at the range here on a 12-hour. They're going to get it a little better. Maybe a 4-hour. I'd say more here. Again, we're looking, that's 11.1. This is 10.3. So we get any kind of closure, 11.1 or 10.3 or lower, I'd say actually look at, this low, if you want to be more conservative, 10.1. That's going to get some good continuation. I'd probably, if you want to be more aggressive, use this mark right here. And let's take a look at the 2-day. So I'm going to put so those are the Bollinger Bands. We're going to take those off. We're going to put our exponentials and simples back on. And we're going to take a look at the 2-day. And what do we have here? Oh, the green 55 holding it up. Okay, so this is the bullish case for Bitcoin right now. If the green 55 can hold this up, we can stay closing above, what is that, 10,437, remain bullish, and we can hold this as a macro lower, or not a macro low, but, a big, I'd say a macro low until we get proven otherwise. Why? Because we got lower high, Sorry, what is it? Lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high. If we get another lower low, that's confirmation. So we got to be watching out for that, along with looking at our oscillators, which 2 days remain to the upside, as long as they're closing again above the green 55. Now let's jump in, take a look at NASDAQ, and we're going to start to wrap this up quickly here. So NASDAQ, okay, this was a closure, a major bull trap, because we did, just barely closed over this region yesterday, right? And then boom, Corona, Trump gets Corona. That's not good for the markets. And I think with Biden getting close in there, I don't think, the markets are going to like Biden getting in there personally. But this was a big time reversal right there, and a massive bull trap, classic bull trap. And what happens Monday? We probably wake up, rally a couple $100. We might see it, come back up to 11.4. But very, very likely it gets sold into, likely over the next week. I'd say NASDAQ coming down to 10.8, 10.775. The weekly, we got hidden bullish divergence playing out. Hidden bullish divergence. So what is hidden bullish divergence? A lot of people ask, what is that hidden bullish divergence? So that's where price action is going to make a higher low, right? So we got higher low, okay? Higher low, where do we got this? Higher low on a weekly. We got to look on a weekly here. So higher low, while RSI is making a lower low. So higher low, but lower low. See, price action is making a higher low between this point and this point, while RSI is making a lower low. Hidden bearish divergence, or hidden bullish divergence. So that played out, right? We got, so that gets that move from 10,600 up to that 11,450, getting rejected. Again, classic bull trap, opens up Monday, a couple $100, gets sold into, and then, so I would definitely take a look as this monthly, we're taking a look at this as a potential macro reversal point. If we close this monthly below 10,900, which is, where's 10,900? Right here. Yeah, we close this month below 10,900. Monthly potential reversal. So definitely want to take a look at that. The other thing we're going to take a look at is XLF, which this is the finance. You got XLF and XLK, which that makes up most of the NASDAQ. That's the banking sector and the tech sector. So XLF, the banking sector, with all that's going on with the banks, it's not looking so hot there. Price action coming down, big down. The recovery not so much as the tech, and we're coming back down. And you can see XLK, the techs are looking a little more bullish, but still, if that's the top, that's the top. You got to treat it as such. And so how do we confirm that? We got a trend. So we got lower high, lower low, lower high. We get another lower low. That won't be too good. So what I want to do here is take a look at gold next. Gold, and again, that hyperinflation, what does that mean for the NASDAQ and for the markets? I mean, a lot of that money is going to make it in here. You know, it's going to make it into these stocks and things. But yeah, what does that mean to the value of your dollars, right? Over a long period of time. So that's why we take a look at gold. And when we look at gold, here's what we're going to find. Here's what we're going to find. Gold, gold, gold. Show me where you're at. AU. There we go. Come on, it always hides from me. There it is. 1898. I should have that one. Start up. This is my gold. So gold acted as a hedge on Friday. We can see what happened on Friday. This was Friday. Yeah, yesterday. Big green candle. I mean, that's a nice one, right? So what does that mean, though? We're rejecting the 21 on the daily. Let's take a look at the monthly. Monthly, still looking for this to come down near here, about 1750. And then that over the next two, and I've said this in correlation with the dollar and the euro, maybe over the next, I don't know. I'd say we hit this over the next few months, this over the next 8 to 10 months, something like that, over the next year. Why? You might be asking, why, Chris? You're bullish on gold. You love gold and Bitcoin. Why are you saying it's going to go down over the next year? Well, and that's the part about being a trader is you don't have to like going up or down. You just have to be on the right side. So we have something happening right here, critical. We got monthly Stokes turning down from the critical area out of the bullish control zone. When was the last time this happened? You're like, well, it looks really not that far ago, right? This was January this year. Last time we saw a little short-term correction. So that short-term correction coming, I mean, you know, gold at 1750, 1650. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take financial advice from me. But I think that might be a great buying opportunity if that happens. I absolutely believe it will be. So monthly Stokes crashing down from the top, boom. The last time we had this cross was January 2020, almost a year ago. And right here, after a few days, did we get some follow through? So what's my point here? What's my point overall? Let's put on my chart here. These are my levels, right? So we got a level here at 1900. We got a level here at 1862. So we're still holding the range here, rejecting the top level. Again, that's why, you know, some downside may be here to come. But I would consider an absolutely phenomenal buying opportunity. Now, let's take a look at euro. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why that happens. Let's take a look at euro dollar. Euro dollar. Where are you? Where are you? Euro. Look at my euros. How are we doing with my euros? Okay, yeah. So we did come up here. We hit our target 117. Touched the top side there, and I'm just going to put another little line in here for us. A resistance line here. This yellow 21. Things holding it down at 117, and so yep, what am I looking at this? Targeting this coming down to 115, and then probably over 115 short term, and then after that we're probably looking 113 down here. Okay, so why let's take a look at Ethereum. Another one a lot of people like their ETH, and they want to know what's going on with ETH. So again, a little more of a bearish formation. We got this ascending triangle here, and don't ask me why it's sticking like that. All right. So this is an ascending triangle. I'd probably do a little measure like this, right? So you take it from the midpoint, and then these things are likely to break at the 75% full range. So you can play with this triangle however you like it, but the measure move, we break 331 to the downside on a daily, or a 12-hour measure move is coming down to 267. That's, you know, pretty significant. I'd take a look at what else here. What else would we take a look at? Yeah, and I'd see that correlates with Bitcoin doing the same thing here. Where do I get that? There you go. So we got this ascending triangle. Okay, if we look at this measure move, this is about the halfway point, right? We break our major macro area right here, and that brings us down to 9,200, 9,100 right there. That's the measure move. So again, not financial advice, but daily or 12-hour below here at 86. On Coinbase, I'd say measure move down to 92, 9,100. Again, that's what, and this is going to correlate right in line here with the CME gap, right? For futures, we've been all talking about this right here down at about 9,600. I thought it was a little bit lower, but yeah, I think 9,600. So that'll correlate with spot regions around, you know, 93, 9,200. Yeah. So, yeah, and then we're going to take a look at this on a monthly. If you look at these candlesticks right here, we get just a tick below. Is it the weekly or the monthly? Yeah, it's the weekly. This long-legged doji candle. We get a tick below here at 10,190. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about Bitcoin there. That tick will bring us down to, you know, the 9,800 level. But when I'm talking about Bitcoin dominance here, wrapping that up on a monthly, we get, yes, a tick above this long-legged doji. That's what that is. That's a long-legged doji candle. That looks like it'll turn the Stokes, you know, start to turn back around, and there's out of the bearish control zone, giving us a move back probably up here, 62. Yeah, I'd like to see a move back up here in this region. Let's take a look at, and that means alts crush for Satoshis. I think we're going to wrap this up. That was fun sharing a little bit about gold and, you know, money preservation. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below, and have yourself a blessed day. And one day I'm going to learn how to shut off QuickTime Player with a click of a button. For now, that's what you're getting.